What is going on, Stim Junkies? High Stim Ace here, and I literally just got back from the gym after taking Juiced for the second time today. What an experience, guys. This is... If you're talking about highly illicit, there's nothing that is more illicit than this pre-workout that we're going to talk about today, guys, okay? I'm going to try my best not to hype it up too much. I don't want to build expectations for anybody. I don't want anybody coming to me and saying, Ace, you said this is crazy and I didn't really feel it so much. So I'm going to try to keep a tempered, leveled playing field and give you my objective, unbiased analysis after running this product for 2 times. And I'm going to go into depth, into the dosage, what did I pair it with, what kind of workouts did I do, how was I feeling beforehand, how do I feel afterwards. I'm going to give you all that information, so this may be a little bit longer than my usual reviews, so bear with me. If you guys want my objective, unbiased analysis, stay tuned, because what we're talking about here today is none other than Juiced by Quality Vitamins. Oh yeah, this has some quality vitamins in here, about 9 grams worth of quality vitamins. So let's talk about it. Okay guys, so clearly, as you could see, I'm still stimmed to the max, all right? Very, very different vibe than the last video that I released when I was sick and coming out of my bed to record a review for you guys. By the way, thank you to everybody who watched my Euphoria review. Shouts out to you guys. I was literally sick with the flu, but I came out of bed and I said, you know what? I gotta record a video for my beloved community, so you guys supported that video. It's been doing really well, so thank you to the entire High Stim community. I want to give a quick shout out to the main homie, Garage Gym Homie. I want to give you a shout out because you introduced this product to the entire community. If it wasn't for your review, then this would slide right under the radar, and I'm sure nobody would discover it. So, guys, if you haven't seen it yet, go to GGH's page on YouTube, watch his review. I'm going to link it in the video description down below. With that being said, guys, let's get down to this label, and I'm going to go through this very quickly because I'm itching to talk about my experience and tell you guys how this product hits, and most importantly, if it's worth your hard-earned money. So we start off with the serving size, which is 1 scoop, and that comes out to 20 grams theoretically, and servings per container is 20. So no 40-20, none of that nonsense. Straight up, 20 servings, 20 grams per scoop. So I want to say that I measured my pre-workout because when it comes to these highly illicit experimental bathtub formulas, you can't take any chances. You know, a scoop might be more, it might be less, and if you want to take the full intended dose, then you gotta weigh out your scoops. So I did. Now, a flat scoop for me came out to exactly 16 grams, which is 4 grams short of the full experience. That might be good for some of you guys that are newer to the high stim world and want to dabble and get your feet wet. But for us veterans, if we're getting a product, we want to get the full dose to experience the full experience that every one of these reviewers are talking and raving about. So make sure to weigh this out because GGH said that his scoop came out to exactly 20 grams. Mine came out to 16. Again, this is an underground product, okay? This isn't a mainstream brand that's manufacturing things in a facility on a mainstream level. This is a company that's most likely making this stuff in a basement somewhere. And, you know, who the hell heard of quality vitamins? I mean, I know I haven't. So the fact that we even discovered this product, again, thanks to GGH, it's a miracle in and of itself. So I digress. Guys, weigh your scoops, okay? Because you want to get the full experience, you got to make sure you weigh it out. We start with citrulline malate, 2-to-1 ratio, 5,000 milligrams. So that is not a lot of citrulline right off the get-go. It's a 2-to-1, so this really comes out to like 2,000, 2,500, something like that when it comes to regular citrulline. So in terms of pumps, theoretically, on label, it ain't going to be very good. Beta-alanine, 3,200 milligrams. That is the clinical dose for the itchiness, the tingles, and the endurance in the gym. Choline bitrate, 1,000 milligrams. Glycerol monosacchate, 1,000 milligrams. So that is glycerol, just to help with the pumps a little bit. Caffeine anhydrous, misspelled, by the way, but caffeine anhydrous, 400 milligrams. Beautiful dose. That's where I like to cut off my caffeine content. 2-amino, 200 milligrams. That is DMHA. That is the ingredient that the FDA is trying to get. They're trying to take the DMHA out of all your pre-workouts. But it's not going to happen, guys. As long as High Stim Ace is here, the FDA has no authority over this room or anybody else. who watches High Stim Ace. L-Dopa is the last ingredient, and that comes in at 150 milligrams, supposed to help with your dopamine levels or whatever. But for all we know, L-Dopa could actually be literal dope, because this thing right here, this is on a whole other level, and I'm going to talk about it right now. Before I get into this review, guys, don't forget to smash that like button, show your boy some love, and subscribe to the channel while you're here. Comment down below to help get me into the algorithm, and stay tuned for a lot more quality content. So looking at this box right off the bat, guys, this thing looks as inconspicuous as they come. It's got a nice, innocent white label. It says juiced, time to get juiced, energy focused pump, manufactured by Quality Vitamins in the USA. And man, this thing just looks benign as all hell. Nobody would expect this right here to be the next crazy illicit underground hitter. But yet here we are. Labels are just labels. In the end of the day, labels don't mean squat. Look at me. I'm sweating profusely and I am stimmed to the max. And I just finished my training session over an hour ago. By the way, 2.5-hour chest, tris, and bis session with a little bit of cardio thrown in as well. And I'm still itching, okay? I could still go back to the gym right now and do a whole back and shoulders day. That's how I feel right now. I feel absolutely insane. It's a stark contrast to how I felt the last time I recorded the video, because I was half dead when I was making that review for you guys. But today, oh boy, am I feeling it. All right, so let's get down to business. Let's talk. Let's talk, guys. Everybody huddle up with Uncle Ace and let's talk about this, because we got so much to say. So today is Saturday. I'm obviously going to be dropping this video on Sunday, so that's when you guys are going to be watching this video. But today is Saturday, High Stim Saturday for that matter, and it was my second time taking this pre-workout. I got the strawberry mango flavor, which is a decent flavor. It's nothing too crazy. It's nothing offensive. It's not going to make you feel like gagging and throwing up. Nothing like those Apollo nutrition products that make me want to throw up in a basket in the gym. Nothing like that. I got the lemonade also, and I got a second mango strawberry as well, because I have a feeling that this product is not going to be around for a long time, especially with all the hype that's coming around to it. Even if it is going to be around, they're definitely going to reformulate and take out the special sauce, and we want to make sure we have the good version over here, okay? So therefore, I got myself 3 tubs, and I'm going to be using this sparingly going forward. Now, my first experience was taking this on Thursday. So as you guys know, if you watched my last video, I was out with the flu for almost a week, and I didn't train since last week, Friday. So I took the drink around 4 p.m. and started walking to the gym. I have about a 16-minute walk to the gym, and I figured this is going to be enough time to let it start kicking in. I took the drink, and I started walking. Now, usually when it comes to 400 milligrams of caffeine, you're going to feel something, right? Even if there's no illicits, just the caffeine content alone, it's going to give you some sort of energy, right? Just like that initial burst. I didn't really feel much for the first close to 15 minutes. And I was starting to get a little worried, because I know there's certain pre-workouts like Excelsior or Dark Energy that they do take 20 to 30 minutes till it comes around. It's important to note that I'm a big guy. I'm 6'4", I weigh 270, so I'm a big dude. Even when it comes to alcohol, which I don't drink alcohol that often, but with alcohol, it takes me a long time until I start feeling a buzz. I have what's called a delayed tolerance. Again, I'm High Stim Ace. I'm not your ordinary Joe. I get to the gym, I plug my music in, and I'm telling you guys, I started changing, and literally while I'm changing, it started hitting. I started getting the beta tingles. In a weird way, I started getting the beta tingles in the lips, in the ears, and then in my feet, slowly creeping up to my knees and the rest of my body. Now, when the beta tingles came around to the core of my body, I also started feeling a warmth. Very, very similar to if you guys had any DMAA products, whether it's Crack OG or Dark Energy or any other actual DMAA-based products. You feel that warmth in your core, and it kind of spreads to the rest of your body. I felt that, which is how I know that this is either really, really clean, potent DMHA, or there's something that's not on label. And I'm leaning towards the latter, and maybe even both, because the DMHA sensation is definitely there, and it feels really nice and clean. But I think there's more than just DMHA and caffeine in here, guys, based on my experience. So we're at about the 20-25 minute mark now. I go upstairs to the gym, it's 2 flights up, and I start going at it. I'm by myself. I have my music plugged in. I got some good tunes going, some good uplifting stuff. So within my first set, and keep in mind, guys, I was out of the gym for 6 days. So within the first set, I was pushing like crazy, like a maniaco, as GGH would say. And I was feeling good. I was feeling super energized. I was recovered because I didn't have any joint pain. I was out of commission for 6 days, so I was fresh and ready to go. And the fact that I also stayed off the stims during that entire time, I think really contributed to this. So I got the betas, I got a little bit of the warmth in the core, which spread to the rest of my body, and then this focus came in like a narrow tunnel. I'm telling you guys, this focus just put me in blinders, and I didn't want to look one way or the other. I was looking forward, just me, the music, and the weights. And I have to emphasize the music, because a lot of times there's moments where the music is just kind of in the background, or maybe you have one headphone plugged in and you're kind of chatting with your buddies in between sets. No, this is a pre-workout you want to take where you want to be introverted and you just want to focus on the training session, just you, the weights, and the music, and nothing else. The music is a major part of this equation, because whatever you guys are into, if you're into metal, if you're into trance, if you're into hip hop, whatever you guys like to listen to, as long as it's something that's uplifting to you, that you enjoy, that elevates your mood, you're gonna feel this music kind of taking over your entire body and rushing to your head. It's not a euphoria per se. I wouldn't compare this to like Flame V3 or the euphoria you get from like Dark Energy or anything like that. This isn't a euphoric pre per se. There is a massive mood elevation, but it comes wrapped in the form of the focus. The focus is the star of the show. It's not a regular kind of focus, shall we say. This kind of feels like the focus you get on Smash AMF combined with that mood elevation that you get from taking Excelsior. That's probably the best way I can describe it for you guys that have dabbled with other semi-illicit high stim pre-workouts. Because the focus you get is crazy. You're in a tunnel and you're in a little bubble and you don't care about what's going on. Everything on the outside is kind of tuned out. It's like you're here and the rest of the gym, everything going on, it's all background noise. It's all kind of like faded out. And you're just focused on the here and the now. The music, together with the focus, creates an experience that really cannot be put into words. This is something you have to experience on your body. It comes with a nice amount of energy to boot, not a crazy amount of energy right off the bat. About 25 minutes in, 30 minutes in is really where it starts kicking in. I was talking to Jake from NutriCartel. By the way, shouts out to Jake from NutriCartel, my main man Jake. We were talking and he told me that he describes the first 30 minutes to an hour as the rage phase, where you're just so zoned and so focused and you don't want to do anything other than push those weights and you're in your own little zone. And I tend to agree with that. The first 30 minutes to an hour, hour and 15 were definitely the most intense. You got to ride it out. So you're going to be in the gym, you're going to have your music plugged in, you're going to have the buzz coming in, and you're going to feel it in your entire body. It's almost like you're going in slow motion, but everything just feels right. It just feels so easy to push those weights. And even if you're in pain, even if you're a little bit sore, it just feels amazing. It's such a nice, clean experience. I got to emphasize the clean bit because Smash AMF felt very dirty to me. And even to this day, when I take Smash, I gotta pair it with a pump formula, something to increase the nitric oxide support, because if I don't, then I'm gonna get a lot of bad side effects, jitters, crazy sweats, anxiety, heart rate going up, difficulty breathing. I mentioned all that stuff in my Smash review. But with this product, I didn't really get a lot of negative side effects. There were no jitters, there was no cold sweats. As a matter of fact, I really didn't sweat a lot on this pre-workout. It's really funny. As hard as I was pushing and as crazy as I was going, I didn't feel the need to stop. I didn't feel like a crazy heavy breathing, but I also didn't sweat all that much, which is really weird. It could be because I stayed hydrated, but then again, I'm always hydrated. I drink close to a gallon per workout, so hydration's not the issue, but I didn't sweat a lot in this pre-workout, just something I figured I'd throw out there. So overall, my first time taking it was a crazy experience. I was buzzing for hours after I got home, and it was just really nice. There was no crazy crash, there was no crazy come down where I just felt cracked out or anything like that. I felt motivated, I felt energized, and I felt good. I felt really, really good. It was a clean pre-workout and there was no issues whatsoever, no negatives as far as I know. So now we're going to talk about the second time I took this pre-workout, which was Saturday, yesterday. Well, today technically, but you guys are watching this video on Sunday, so Let's say it was yesterday. Now, Saturday's workout was a little bit different because Saturday I usually train with my trainer and I don't listen to music. It's actually kind of a nice experiment because when I train with music and when I train with somebody else where I have no music other than the crap that's playing in the background in the gym, it's a very different experience. So this way I got to experience it twice. Once being completely introverted and isolated in my own little bubble, and the other time being more social in a gym setting, talking to other people around me. I'm there with my trainer, we're exchanging sets, and we're talking in between. So it definitely hit me a little bit different the second time. As I said, the first time I took 20 grams on the dot. That was the suggested serving, and that's what I went with. This time I decided to go a little bit more. Nothing too crazy. I went with 22 grams this time, so just 2 grams more than the normal serving size. But I did pair it with half a scoop of Apollo Nutrition Blood Sport to kind of help offset whatever constrictness could come with it, and just to kind of help with the blood flow, and to actually add a little more citrulline in there because this product does not have a lot of citrulline in there. The pumps were legendary. I felt really good and really pumped up. I'll be honest, I was kind of tired from the previous day because on Friday I hit back, shoulders, biceps, and legs. So I kind of went ham on Friday. Therefore, on Saturday, I was really, really tired. But despite that fact, I took the pre-workout, 22 grams, as I said, paired with a pump formula, 25 minutes before I started training. It took me a little while longer this time to actually feel it, maybe because I didn't have that music in there initially hyping me up. And that's why I mentioned earlier that the music is a very important part of this equation. Because if you want to get that real drugged up experience where you're in a little bubble, in a little zone, all alone, and you're riding out this high, then you have to have the music connected to disconnect you from your surroundings. If you're going to be out there and you're going to train with a partner and you're aware of everyone's conversations in the background and you're listening to the crappy gym music, it kind of takes you out of that zone a little bit. So I definitely experienced that. I still had a good mood elevation. The beta tingles were still on point for the first 30 minutes or so. Energy was good, clean, but I wasn't in that bubble like I was 2 days prior to that. And again, this has to do with the setting I was in. I'm surrounded by people having conversations. I'm there with my trainer. We're talking, we're training, we're exchanging sets. And it wasn't that intimate feeling I had the first time I reviewed it. However, I trained with my trainer for about an hour and 15 minutes. He left, and I had the second half of the workout to do by myself. At that point, I plugged in my headphones, and as soon as the music started playing in my ears, everything just kind of connected, and I was right back to that happy place that I was at 2 days prior. So the experience was really nice overall. I really enjoyed it. The pumps were good. I definitely think it was a good idea to add that pump formula to stack it on top of this pre-workout. And I just had a great time overall. It was a really, really nice time. The pupils were dilated the entire time. I felt like I was absolutely on something. This isn't a typical pre-workout in any stretch of the imagination. This isn't something that you guys want to be taking regularly. I could see this being the type of product that you develop a tolerance to very, very quickly. Like I said, I took it on Thursday, then Friday I cycled off to a different pre-workout that has no illicits, and then Saturday I took it again. So I took a day break in between, and even then, that initial buzz, that initial tunnel focus, it was down a little bit from the day prior. So I do think that this is the type of pre-workout you should be taking once a week tops, or else you're just not going to feel it as much. And at that point, you're wasting your money because there's only 20 servings in here. So you guys want to stretch this out. This is something, honestly, you want to take maybe once or twice a month. I wouldn't even take this once a week. Take this on a day where you're going to the gym for 2.5 hours, and you want to be lost. You don't want to think about work. You don't want to think about your family. You don't want to think about your friends. You don't want to deal with anything. You want to be a little selfish and just do you. You want to plug in your music and just pump and crush it for 2 hours, if not more. So my final verdict on this product, guys, this is definitely an underground illicit product. And this is something that should not be taken too often. But if you guys are stim junkies and you're looking for a thrill in the gym, something to take on that special occasion where you really want to push, but also have a fun experience with it, I highly recommend you check out the Juiced. Because this is not going to be around for a very long time, and if it is, it's going to be reformulated for sure. As always, guys, you can grab this product as well as any other pre-workout, protein, and anything in between over at NutriCartel.com. Best shipping, best customer service, and Jake is an absolutely incredible guy, so support my friend Jake. You guys could also use my code ACE15, and that's going to knock off 15% off your entire order, as well as help support this channel. So that's it, guys. I'm still here. I'm still hyped. I'm still buzzing. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. I think I'm going to do a couple of push-ups in the other room, maybe a few jumping jacks and burpees, because I have all this energy and I don't know what to do with it. It's really, really weird, because when I got out of the gym, the energy kind of tapered down a little bit, but now it's like I have a second wind and I can go again. Maybe I'll go run around the block or something. I don't know. Probably not the best thing to do after the flu, but who the hell cares, guys? High Stim Ace is back and better than ever. And I like this product, so you guys got to make sure to pick this up. This is a special one, and you guys that are chasing the illicits all the time, you guys that are always looking for the next craze, the next Excelsior, this is on that category, okay? So you guys, if you want the illicits, get this product now before it's gone. I want to thank everybody in the community for being supportive of these videos and watching and subscribing and sharing the videos. You guys have been absolutely incredible. 2023 has been a great year, and we're going to make 2024 even better for all of us. I hope you guys stay tuned. Wishing you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Take care, everybody. Ace, signing off.